I am back for those of you who care. I didn't leave intentionally, I had so much planned for the month of March. I had so many content planned. I had birthday things planned, which my birthday is coming up soon. I wanted to go see the Batman, and all of that was stopped in its track because I've been sick since the 1st of March till about the 20th. I've been out of it, couldn't get up, talk properly, couldn't breathe properly, couldn't move. I know it's not the Rona. So I had a video about the Chelsea takeover planned, and I filmed that video. When I was watching over the video and editing it, I didn't like how it turned out. I was coughing a lot, I looked bleak. I just didn't like it, so I'm gonna have to refilm that and get that out in time for when the new owners are announced. It's also Women's History Month. Women have played a major part in sports, in football, and we're going to be highlighting women in a very special that's coming. I have something cooking in the lab for you guys. All right, so it seems as if I only love to talk about the Champions League. No. It just happens that I'm always talking about the Champions League. So I didn't get to talk about the second leg. So I'm going to just run through that quick and fast and don't keep up a lot of time because this is mostly about the quarterfinals. Anyway, I wasn't shocked about Bayern, City and Liverpool advancing. It was no brainer because they had the easiest runs. Could say in the first leg Bayern was a little, off-putting because of the change of format, but they came back and they did the usual Bayern thing. City had already advanced since the first leg, so they didn't have to do much. Liverpool, Inter played them off the park in both legs, but it's the luckier team who'd advance and the team who has the most star power to see through a win. I knew Real come alive. Like those of you who watched my video, and I'm gonna link it down below, I said it. This was not their proudest moment. This was not one of their best moments, but there was something cooking in the back and they just came alive, and I loved that. And I loved how they made it a spectacular Champions League match because most of the matches were pretty boring, and we got alive with that. PSG, they don't deserve to be in this competition. I think the overhead, there's like a plethora, I hope that word is right. There's a plethora of problems going on in PSG, and you can start at the board not making the right decisions, the coach not making the right tactical analysis, and also the players just not willing to work as hard for a win. But they're just in the deep self. They deserve to go out. Real Madrid deserve that advancement. It's just what it is. Ajax was a disappointment, as I said in my prediction. I expected them, because from what they've shown us so far, that they would dominate, that they would take over the game. They did nothing of the sort. Well, they did for a period of time, and Benfica played them. Benfica held themselves together, and they just saw the opportunity and they deserved to win. Like, no matter what Ajax was trying, it wouldn't work. It just, the goals were not coming, the creativities were, they just looked dead in the waters. And I think this is now the moment for them to reevaluate on what they want to do and what they want to achieve and how they're going to get to that stage. The one match we can all talk about, the Atletico match. United don't need a rebuild. They need intervention from any spiritual aspect, whether it's Christianity, Islam, whatever. They need some divine intervention because the team is running out of ideas. We see the same old tired Manchester United who the players fail to follow simple instructions. The players fail. You'd think that they're not professional footballers the way they behave. You'd think that bringing in a new manager would give them new ideas. It's the same team. And Atletico used that to their advantage because the team, they broke down a lot of Manchester's midfield. The defenders had a lot of the forwards under wraps. And it wasn't that Atletico were good, but they knew how to grind out a win, and they knew how to, and this is a key part of a Champions League match. You don't have to be the better team on the day. You just have to be the smarter. Don't play hard, play smart. Again, in my video, I said that Villarreal could pull it off if they stayed patient. Again, I'm going to bring back to this. If teams just stay patient and wait for the right moment, the Champions League is theirs. And Villarreal did just that. And I think a part of the problem as well is Juventus, as I said, they are not adapting to new things. They're not trying new things. They're not trying to be different. And that's their downfall. And Unai Emery took advantage of that, and he in the second half, and he tweaked his tactics a bit and changed a few things. It worked. Proud of them. They deserve this. How far will they go? We'll never know. They might win the whole thing. Also, last but not least, Chelsea, with all that's going on, Chelsea managed to once again win against Lille. Amazing performance. They're the only team in this season's Champions League to win over both legs, so that's just great. I don't know why I mentioned it, but it's just great to mention. Anyways, on to the quarter predictions. And first up, we have City versus Atletico. Now, City has had a great run in the Champions League every single season. They've scored a lot of goals, they've made a final, they've just put in all the performances, and you'd think that this year is their time to shine, and you'd think this is also a good challenge to prove that they deserve to win. But also remember, Atletico is a very strong team. Not the best team ever in the world, but they're strong. And they've not always been perfect in the Champions League. But Simeone is trying things, and he's trying to be different and come with different ideas so that can be good for the team. However, they have failed to beat teams who are known for scoring a lot of goals. If we saw it in the group stage, they got themselves handed to them. They were horrible defensively. They couldn't contain themselves, and they were just all over the place. With a team like City, they can easily lose this. And we're going to be watching a very interesting take on the football match, because we're going to have Pep with his tiki-taka passing, every player touch the ball. Atletico, will let you do all of that and come up with their great counter attacks. However, I predict City to win it in the second leg. The first leg, I could see it being a draw. Everybody walks away thinking that they can improve, but City are going to come guns blazing in the second leg. However, I could see going another way if there were away goals involved. That's the only way I could see an upset happening, because Atletico can hold on, but they're not that Atletico that we know to hold on. You know what I'm saying? They did it with Manchester United, was amazing, but that was in the second leg, and they allowed them to get back in the first. So I have City going forward. Liverpool, Benfica. Now, Liverpool has been somewhat perfect. You can say they scored a lot of goals. They've given you a show and put on, but this team can be defeated. It's not hard. It's not hard to break down Liverpool, and it's not hard to get an advantage over their midfield. But it's gonna be hard. And Benfica is going to have to press them hard, going to have to draw out Trent out of his positioning. I just hate seeing forwards being afraid to challenge Van Dijk. We're not going to see that, I hope, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. However, if they don't make use of the chances that they create, a team like Liverpool will escape with the win. Not that it's a lucky win, but what I'm trying, I don't want to sound biased against Liverpool, but what I'm trying to say is teams have come up against Liverpool and have made great competitions, but they just fail to bury them. And a team like Liverpool will pull off their star power. Klopp will do his moment of madness, and they'll win. But I do think Liverpool would advance from the first leg. That's what is predictable. They've dominated every team they've played in the Champions League so far, except for Inter. So I expect this to be not an easy walkover, but a fair enough matchup. Versus Villarreal. Now, Bayern is a scoring machine. They will find it hard to score against this structured Villa team. They're going to have to work hard, and I say hard. They're going to have to be creative, and that's no doubt about it. They can do that. But I have a problem with when Julian Nagelsmann wants to try different tactics. He wants to play a little bit on the fun side. It doesn't work like it easily, and Villa can cut you out on very bad moments. Speaking of Villa, very happy for them. If this is the last stop in the Champions League, they can be proud. They can walk away knowing that they got so far and they beat these teams and they've, made an appearance. That's the most important thing as a team that is not looking to win it, but to make an appearance and to make the name be heard. But yeah, I see Bayern winning in the second leg. And the only way to say that they lose if the formation changes and key players are either rested or moving right along to the biggest match that's going to take place in the quarterfinals versus Real Madrid. Now this is a revenge match because Madrid has failed to beat Chelsea in all of their encounters. Well, I remember last season the Champions League where Chelsea could easily have won 5, 6, 7, 8 against them, but they didn't because of incompetent forwards. Also, Tuchel has an insane knockout record. He lives for these moments. He loves cup competitions. Chelsea is a machine. That's something you're gonna have to look out for. But also on the other hand, Madrid is in immense form. Not talking about the 4-0 defeat by Barcelona, but otherwise from that they've been good with some minor issues because no team is absolutely perfect, but they've been on a run of form. Vinicius, Benzema, they've been a structured team, and I see them winning this because it's going to be a tough challenge for Chelsea. Chelsea has some of their first team options out on injury, their wing backs, and when you rely on the wing backs for the goals and for the creativity and they're not there and you're working with two slow players, I just see Madrid running through this Chelsea defense. And this is also me playing the underdog card because Chelsea cannot compete with this super team. Madrid is a super team. But yeah, great matchups in the Champions League. We could see a City versus what am I saying? I don't know what the semi-final will hold, but as I said, I do see City advancing, Liverpool, Bayern, and Real Madrid. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope I made sense. I'll see you in the next